New tonight, Iowa lawmakers are trying to restrict inappropriate content on children's devices, but they also want to avoid legal battles with big tech companies.
KCCI's Kayla James is live at the State House with the challenge lawmakers believe that they've avoided. Kayla.
Yeah, Ben, Stacy, so the original wording of the bill made it so phone and computer manufacturers, that's like Apple and Samsung, would have to already have the parental controls activated on a device before it got to the minors. Now, however, to avoid the courtroom, the bill is being reworked, focusing more on other areas.
What we would be doing is basically controlling Apple phones production worldwide. And I don't think we would survive a legal challenge.
Which is why Representative John Wills says lawmakers have backed off from doing that specifically. Instead, they're looking in another direction, reworking the bill.
Have the schools educate parents about the parental protections that they can turn on.
Wills says the reworked version of the bill would task schools with educating kids on the dangers of pornography and about what they may encounter in general on social media.
But I would say that that's going to kind of fall into the Department of Education's realm, and so it'll be left up to them to make that final decision.
The bill also looks to stop minors from finding themselves on pornographic websites.
What we would do is add that those porn sites had to have an age verification with a proof, like a driver's license or something.
Age verification is one that we always run into of a solid way to really do that.
Doug Jacobson is a professor of electrical computer engineering at Iowa State. He says lawmakers face much less of an issue going this route than with a bill involving phone manufacturers.
You were trying to compel providers, vendors basically, to add software to their phones, and that's always had some issues whenever that's been attempted.
Jacobson says when it comes to age verification in pornographic websites, there usually isn't much issue unless the site is not in the U.S.
Some of these sites, if you're going to go after the sites themselves, they're not all under the same jurisdiction. So you have issues of, what if these sites are housed, name your favorite country, they're not going to follow Iowa law.
Now, the bill did pass through a House subcommittee today. It is now eligible to be considered by the House Judiciary Committee. Live at the State House, Kayla James, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.